everyone and welcome to Midnight Violets. Today I'm going to create this look for you here. It's inspired by Kingfisher, so quite a bright orange and then some green going on as well. So yeah, I thought it'd just be something fun to do. It is a look that I've actually created in the past on my blog about a year ago, but my makeup skills have improved quite a lot since then. I was really itching to recreate the look and I thought, why not make it as a video for YouTube so I can share it all with you guys. So yeah, that's what I've done. So this is what it looks like. Don't know how well my camera's focusing here. First thing is I'm going to use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance just as like a base, not a base, a primer. And then I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk just as sort of a base to make the colour sharp a bit stronger, because the orange that I'm using on the lid is a little bit chalky, so just want it to show up a bit better. And I'm literally going to put it all the way up to the brow bone, because then you can use it as your highlight as well. All in one makeup. I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. If you're doing this makeup on someone else, you'll probably want to use a brush, like a small concealer paddle brush would do quite well. Then to cut my crease, I'm going to use an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, that's long, in Flip Side, which just looks like this. It's quite a sort of tealy turquoisey shade. Yeah, and so I'm going to start in the outer corner. So that's crease cut across the lid, and then I'm also going to do a flick up, but obviously it needs to match the other side, so yeah. To help me get the flick at the same angle as the other side, I've literally sort of done it as a line like this, so you can see the edge of your eye has this sort of line here. It follows, which helps to get even flicks. Little tip there. So that's what I did there. And then I also sort of filled in a little bit on the corner and sort of patted it around the edge just to make it look a bit more blended. I went in with the Barry M Dazzle Dust. It's in number 78 and it's called Kingfisher. So it goes quite well with this Kingfisher inspired look. And it'll be quite hard for me to show you without spilling it everywhere, but it looks like that. Not sure how good my camera is at focusing. So anyway, it looks like that, and then I'm going to use my first brush of the look, which is not that one. It's this one, which is the Eco Tools Smudge Brush. So it looks like that. Sort of like a really tiny pencil brush. And get some on the brush, I'm just going to sort of pat it in a little bit. Pat it in the lid a bit. Just apply it over where I've cut the crease with that Urban Decay pencil. And I'm going to blend it out a little bit upwards. And there we go. To add a little bit more definition, I'm also going to use a matte black. You can use any matte black you want, but I've just got this one here from the Sleek Acid palette, because I'll be using the orange in a minute, so I'm just going to be using the black now. Just use the same brush. It's quite pigmented, so you won't need a lot. And then just do it into this sort of outer bit here, really lightly, just to add a little bit more definition. And now, as I've got this palette out, just going to fill in the colour on my lid. I'm going to use an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush and this bright neon orange from the Sleek Acid palette. And I'm just going to pat it all over the lid. And that's what this base was for, really, the NYX Jumbo pencil. Being careful not to go over the line of the cut crease, but going right up to it so you don't have a bare patch of skin. And then, I always say and then, I'm going to go onto the lower lash line. Throwing everything around down here. Going to go onto the lower lash line, and I'm just using a number 7 metallic ice pencil in Emerald. I think this was limited edition, but I'm pretty sure they do something like along this colour range, along this colour line, like in their permanent range. There we go, getting my words right. So I'm just going to use this on the lower lash line. And also on the upper lash line. And then, as you can see, I've got a line going downwards, which I created using this liner as well. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. It is, again, being a little bit cheating, following the line of the downward curve of your lower lash line, sorry, upper lash line, but going from the corner of your bottom lash line. Just create a small line at first. It's easier to rub out if you don't like it. So there we go, just like that. And I'm going to fill a little bit in the corner like I did with the upper one, just to make it seem more blended and smooth. And then I'm going to go back in with that Barry M Dazzle Dust and the same smudge brush, and then I'm just going to go over that liner. And then, as you can see, I've also got a bit of orange in this bit here, so I've actually used an angled eyeliner brush. This is from Eco Tools, just to fill it in with the same orange again from the Sleek palette, so you can get a very defined thing. So I go around the edges first and then smudge it through the middle, trying to get it to fade a bit more towards the outer edge, just so it's not so stark. And then I used to highlight. I didn't actually highlight my brow bone because of that pencil I already had on there, but I did use something on the inner corner, and I'm using the e.l.f. Eye Transformer palette, and I'm just using this orange shade here. And again, I'm using an Eco Tools shade brush. I seem to be really into my Eco Tools brushes at the moment. They are really rather good. Right, so that's that one. And then finally, just to sort of, before I do my mascara, finish off my eyes, I'm just going to line my waterline with the Topshop Kajal pencil in crushed charcoal. I don't think they actually sell this anymore, but anything that you can use on your waterline that was, this doesn't say. Any black that you're happy to use on your waterline, just use that. And then I'm just going to go in with my mascara. Today I'm using my Too Faced Lash Injection one, which is this one. And yeah, I'm just going to put some mascara on. I'm going to mainly focus on the upper lash line, but I'm literally just going to tap it on my lower lash line because I've got quite long lower lashes, so I don't want too much. Look, got mascara on my eyelid. Sort that out in a minute. And then for my cheeks, today I'm going to be using my Sleek Face Contour Kit in light. Obviously, if you've got medium skin tone, use the medium. If you've got dark, use dark, or use whatever you want to do contouring. I'm sort of going to use it as a bit of a bronzer contour at the same time. So anyway, it looks like this. I am going to be using both sides, but I'll just quickly show you how I'm going to use the contour. I keep wanting to call it a bronzer. I'm going to squeeze my brush like this. I always use this brush like this. Maybe I should invest one day in a better brush. You've probably seen me do this. I do this in every video. Just draw a line down and then blend it. And then I'm also going to go up into the corners of the forehead, making sure to blend into the hairline, because, you know, if you did have a tan, it wouldn't just stop at your hairline, it would sort of blend in. So it just makes it look that little bit more natural. Now I'm just going to go on the highlight again from this palette, and this is actually a strange brush to use for highlight, but it's an Eco Tools blending brush. But I actually really like it because it's the right size just to get across the top of your cheekbones, just like this. And then I'm going to use for my blush an e.l.f. Natural Radiance blusher in Glow, and yeah, I've had it quite a long time. It's just really pretty, sort of peachy, glowy, as the name might suggest, blush. So I'm using the e.l.f. blush brush. I'm using a lot of e.l.f. today. I'm just going to pat it on the backs of the cheekbones. And then blend a little bit of the remnants of the brush onto the apple. So there, as you can see, not too in your face for the really bold eye look. And for the lips, I'm using an MUA, which is a Superdrug brand, which you can get for £1, and it's a lipstick in shade 7. and it is quite pigmented, so I'm literally just going to sort of pat it onto the lips so you get a really, really sheer coating of it. Like that. And then over the top I'm going to use a Too Faced Glamour Gloss, and this one is in Barely Legal, so it's like a sort of pale pinky kind of colour. So there we go, that's the completed look. Quite bold, maybe not something you'd want to wear sort of as an everyday look, although to be fair, I'll probably be heading down the shops like this in a little bit because I need to get some food. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything you want me to do, like any requests, and yeah, I'll speak to you again later. Oh, and there will be full, like, better pictures of my blog and like, I was going to say ingredients list, this isn't a recipe, like all the products I've used listed and all that interesting stuff on my blog, so I'll link you to that down below if you need to check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again later. Bye!